Our last topic is on the multiple step income statement. First, let's go over the single step income statement. The income statement is what you have prepared in prior chapters. You list the revenues, then you list the expenses and subtract. The multiple step income statement, on the other hand, is much more detailed. I know it may be a little difficult to see this, but you can take a look at an example in the textbook. A few things to point out. First, we start with the revenue section. We list revenues along with the contra revenue accounts. The contra revenue accounts are sales discounts and sales returns and allowances. When you subtract these from revenue, you get your net sales. Next, you subtract cost of goods sold from the net sales to arrive at gross profit. Hopefully you remember the way this setup works from the first topic we covered. After arriving at gross profit, you subtract all your operating expenses, which as you can see is a long list. If the business has other revenues and expenses that are not from its normal business operations, then that would be included at the end. After everything is totaled, you arrive at net income. Don't worry, I am not going to have you prepare an entire multiple step income statement. For now, we're going to focus on the revenue section. Our final problem is number 3. A company reports the following sales-related information. Prepare the net sales portion only of this company's multiple step income statement. In the boxes you see we have gross sales, sales discounts, sales returns and allowances, and sales salaries expense. Remember, this is only the sales section. We want to find net sales. We will not be needing all this information given. We only need the revenue and contra revenue accounts. We begin by listing the amount of revenue. The gross revenue is $200,000. We put this on the first line. Notice that there are 2 columns. The 2 columns do not mean debit and credit. We don't have this on income statements. The right column is used to input totals, while the left column is used to total a group of accounts. I'll show you how this works now, because we need to input the contra revenue accounts next. Which accounts are the contra revenue accounts? It's the sales discounts and the sales returns and allowances. This is a group of accounts in the same category, contra revenue accounts. We list these and input the balances on the left. Then total it up to put the total on the right. Let's start by listing sales discounts. The balance for this account is $4,000. Next, let's input sales returns and allowances. The amount for this account is $16,000. See how both of these balances are on the left? We total this group and put the total on the right. What is the total for this group? When we add the $4,000 and $16,000, we get $20,000. We'll put that on the right-hand side. Now, to arrive at net sales, we subtract the $20,000 from the $200,000 total of revenues. When we subtract this, we get $180,000. Remember, this is not a full multiple step income statement. This is only the revenue section. We will list all the other expenses, including sales salaries expense, after this. The last slide is on a classified balance sheet, which we have already covered. The purpose of this is just to show you that merchandise inventory is considered a current asset and is usually below accounts receivable. Remember, on the classified balance sheets, the assets that are the most liquid are at the top and the less liquid are at the bottom.